You said that true democracy can only be achieved if the people wanted it. That it can't be imposed by force. I know you don't believe that.
Fire still burns, Vincent. That's very good.
What am I doing here?
I recommended you be put in charge of investigating a threat against American interests.
And why am I the guy you recommended?
Because you despise me. Sir. Yes, sir, of course. This way, Vincent, please. Vincent Terranova, meet General Leland Masters.
Agent Terranova.
General Masters.
Did you brief him?
Sir, I'd assumed you wanted to handle the specifics.
Thank you, Walter.
Yes, sir. Nice talking to you, Vincent.
Thank you.
You've dealt a severe blow to the cause of freedom in this hemisphere.
Excuse me?
You, Pavot. You believe zealots within our government orchestrated the takeover. You stopped it. Why?
Because it was illegal, unjustified, and morally bankrupt.
You know who controls Il Pavot today? Gaston Richard. He's conducted a systematic purge of the island, imprisoning and killing all those who don't subscribe to his Marxist-Leninist beliefs. All the killing fields are not in Cambodia. So much for moral bankruptcy.
Morality does not sway with the prevailing breeze, General. The morality that steers this country is written on documents in the National Archives. Now, they say a lot of things, but it boils down to just one. The end does not justify the means.
This is one of the most powerful weapons in the world. Take a look at it. Go on. It's a printing plate for Japanese yen. It's a copy. The original was intercepted and allowed to continue on its route.
So what? You caught a counterfeiter?
If it was that simple, we wouldn't have asked for you. No. We believe a plan exists to undermine the economy of Japan. We believe there are individuals or groups within the United States, Agent Terranova, whose laws you've sworn an oath to uphold. Individuals or groups who've decided to declare economic war on Japan. And the introduction of currency into the Japanese economy is part of that declaration. This parcel containing the original plate was damaged in transit to Tenza, Kurtzman, and Lloyd, a lobbying firm with extensive contacts in the Middle East, Latin America, and Germany.
So you mean to tell me that the most powerful economy in the world is about to be destroyed by a Capitol Hill PR firm? No, thank you.
It's your moral duty to stop it. I have a meeting tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock in the West Wing. I'll need your answer by then. Thank you, Agent Terranova.
Thank you.
How was the meeting?
It was at the White House. Oh, thank you. Get me the file on General Leland Masters, please.
Just his address for a Christmas list. There's no hurry. You come in here. Hey, what the hell's going on here?
Just spent the last hour with Admiral Stryker and General Leland Masters. Yeah. The National Security Commission has intercepted a plate used to counterfeit Japanese yen. Now, Masters thinks there's a covert action in place to destroy the Japanese economy. He wants me to find out who within U.S. borders is behind it. I want to know who General Leland Masters is.
You just can't indiscriminately request classified information on a man like General Leland Masters.
Why not? Who is he that I can't ask?
Vinny, this man is a four-star icon. He was on the death march through Bataan. He entered Berlin with the First Army and helped destroy Nazi Germany. Then he stayed on with Marshall to help rebuild it.
And why don't I know him?
Because he doesn't care about having high schools named after him. He just wants to get the job done.
So why does he want me?
For precisely that reason. A guy who smokes cigars with Churchill does not need to jerk around Vinny Terranova.
Yeah. This is the current policy of the regime in Il Pavot right now, with your four-star icon laid at my doorstep. Striking answers to him.
Well, you weren't wrong about Il Pavot.
Yeah, I know that.
In some ways, neither was he.
Frank, the invasion of Il Pavot had nothing to do with establishing democracy. It was about creating a beachhead for a bottling company. And me being here, it's a complete lie. Like Clifton's fairy tale about me having a promotion. Man, you were right, Frank. You were right. I'm being sucked into something here. I don't know if it's a power vacuum or what it is. What is it?
The bullet that killed Valente was packed with curare. It was an assassination, Vince.
Let me see that.
We know where Mark Cermak is?
11:30 hours, entered 5203 P Street, Georgetown.
Everything's gone on Dr. Valente's hard drive. It's the same thing on all his personal software. Document file not found, abort, retry. I have been here since 8 o'clock this morning. Tapes, floppies, everything on his hard drive. It's all been erased. I want to be reinstated to full duty, Frank.
Mark, here. Now sit down. And you can't be reinstated without drawing attention.
Dr. Valente was a theoretician. His whole life was paradigms and flowcharts.
This is a conspiracy, Mark. The person that ended his life did so for reasons that transcend a little money or a quick fix.
We're supposed to ignore a murder because of a conspiracy.
No, we don't ignore a murder. But we have to know who it is.
Well, they sure know us. We're being watched out there. They just got made. Whoever it is just going to be replaced by somebody else.
They could have been watching you or me.
You know, or this house.
Well, what do? I just can't sit here.
We have to find out what Valente was working on. There has to be a hard copy somewhere. Can you find it?
Yeah.
When you get whatever you get, then you come back to the OCB and you act like a good bureaucrat. Well, you know, I think I am getting the hang of this thing. But it's not giving us anything we can use.
Dr. Valente just published a paper on the macroeconomics of the Caribbean Basin.
For whom?
OECS. Before that, he created a model for non-genuine destabilization. His benchmark is the contemporization of comparative advantage.
What is that?
It's an outmoded theory that the most efficient form of national economy is based solely on a country's natural resources. Dr. Valente repostulated it, arguing that the most powerful economy in the world, Japan's, is based not on what's in the ground, but what's on it, people. Until then, people hadn't been considered a natural resource.
Or is he some kind of a expert on the Japanese economy?
No, they were just an appropriate example.
What's a model for non-genuine destabilization?
A diagram for waging economic war through counterfeiting. What is it? What?
You know how that diagram works?
No, but I have the treatise.
Who commissioned it?
Tenzer, Kurtzman, and Lloyd. Account executive Catherine Gallagher.
Let me see that.
All right, here's Valenti's fundamental model of non-genuine destabilization. Production. To produce enough counterfeit currency to destabilize Japan is a monumental task. Now, who has the means to do such a thing except another government?
Another government, Frank?
Why does it always have to be Washington, Vinny? Now, why couldn't it be a cartel of industrialists?
I suppose it could be. I just don't see the difference.
All right. Whoever it is, there's the second step, invasion. You bastardize the yen, but the delivery is an impossible problem, except for another government.
Private sector operates fleets of C-130s.
You have a cabal of industrialists or governments, either of which has to make sure that destabilizing Japan doesn't hurt their own economy. They have to defend against their own conspiracy.
Now, wait a minute. Now, defense for a government would be restricted trade legislation, right? Like Getzlof's trade bill.
Every year there's a trade bill, every year it fails. Most of the time it doesn't make it out of committee. If you want something done and done quickly, look to the private sector.
Guys, we are not